Hi guys, welcome to this evening's stream as we're down in Istanbul with Turkish Airlines cargo with the 777F, and we're going to be taking a flight down into Moscow. So it should be a lovely flight today. As we then head down, depart now of the runway, we're going to take out onto the Osmev 3 Zulu out of runway 17 left, and we'll be arriving in 24 left, and we've got quite a interesting arrival star, which was quite fun to do in the 777. So don't forget to like and subscribe guys if you comments down below. And now we get into the cockpit and start the aircraft up ready for our departure out of Istanbul. Okay, so we're in the 777 freighter now and we are ready to go. We're holding around about 280 tons today when we take off. So we can go into our pre-flight checklist. So we've got our parking brake, which is set. We'll go over to our overhead now. Turn our battery, which is on. Our primary flight computers, auto guard closed, which is checked. Thrust assume compensation to go to auto, which is checked. APU gen can go on, which is confirmed. IFE pass seats and cab util on. Left and right bus tie switches, which can go to auto. We've then got the left and right generator control switches and the backup generators for left and right, which are checked. APU selector can now go to start and on, and that nearly gave me a heart attack. So okay, so turned off the sneezing now, that should help things. Nav lights can go on. We'll get the cabin all ready and set for us to go. So we'll get on some lights of what we need. There we go. After that we've got the exterior lights as required, cockpit lights as required, emergency lights are armed and guard, which are checked. Left and right pack control switches can go to auto. ADRU can now go to on, and the FMC initial position. So that's the first part of our checklist. To the FMC now, we'll get the initial position for the aircraft and then we can get ready to leave. So we are going to be going from Lima Tango Foxtrot Mike. Just going to shove it in like this. Go to our route now. So we've got Lima Tango Foxtrot Mike. And we're going to be coming down to Uniform Echo Echo. From there, on our departure, as we said, we're going to be leaving out on runway 17 left, and we're going to be taking the Osmev 3 Zulu, which is right here. From there, on our route, we're then going to be passing through the Uniform Tango 641, which is going to take us down to Absaks. So from the arrival, we're going to be taking the Alopi 1 kilo, which is going to be right here. From the Alopi 1 kilo we'll take the INS 24 Lima Yankee, and we're going to transition at Temlo, which is right here at Temlo here for our initial approach fix, and then from Temlo we're basically going to head at 210 at 8,000 feet all the way along, and then make that right turn into 272, and we'll then intercept for the localizer. So should be a good flight today. So we can activate the route off, we'll go into our perf, we can get that all the way for now. We can request our perf, we've got a reserves of 7. We are going for a cost index today of 236, and we've got an altitude of 330. Okay, which is set. On our takeoff limit, we're going to take full takeoff, and we can go into a climb, which we'll keep to full, so we can actually have some thrust out. I'm going to do a flaps 5 so we can blast out today, and we can get the center of gravity, which is 575, okay, which is set. We can get our V speeds on as well and pump everything in. 168 for V2 plus 15 at BA 183, which is set. Okay, so we'll just lock up the discon and we should be all ready to go. So if we have a look on our departure, we're going to be leaving out on runway 17 left. Once we depart out, we're then going to be taken out from the 144 onto the 084 240 above 2,000 feet on the turn, and then we'll come all the way up above 8,000 and then run it all the way to Osmev. So we are all ready to go. So we'll go on to the next part of our checklist, and then we can get out of Istanbul ready for our flight today. So as we go over now, we've got our window heats which can all go on, which are checked. From there, the primary left and right engine hydraulic pumps which can go on, which are checked. Primary C1 and 2 electric hydraulic pumps are to go to off, which are checked, and left C1 and C2 right hydraulic demand pumps to off also. No smoking and seatbelt signs can go to on, which are checked. From there, EEC modes to norm. There we go, which are checked. Engine start selectors to norm, and auto start is on, ready for us to leave. Left forward pump is on, lights off. Anti-ice as required, we can leave the anti-ice. Gasper switch on, reset fans can now go on. Move the flight deck temps to auto, and we can just keep it nice and cool in here today. Left and right packs auto checked. Left and right trim air, it can go on, which is confirmed. Left centre right isolation valves can go on, and we've got the engine bleed and APU bleed air to on and auto. Pressurization panel is set and landing will be down, ready for us to leave. So that is pretty much us all set there. We can now go and request our clearance and get ready to push back. Okay, so pushback's going to get us done now. So we've got aileron and rudder trim set to 0 units, which is confirmed. Takeoff briefing is all ready to go. We've already done the takeoff briefing. Doors are closed, and we can check for the door page, which is there, as we've already got it, which are closed and checked. Ground equipment is disconnected. Right electric demand hydraulic pump to auto, which is checked. Primary C1 and 2 electric hydraulic pumps can go on, which are checked. C1 and C2 air demand hydraulic pumps to auto, which are checked. And our left and right fuel pumps can go to auto along with the left electric. So I think get all our pumps in as we are ready to go. So we'll leave the centers off.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay. So there's recall, which has been pushed. So engine start, engine's clear, and go to our second display, which will be the engine. So we'll go for engine start, we'll go for engine number 2. So as you see, N2 is now increasing, and we can release the parking brake.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Okay. So we're now pushing engine number 2. We'll run it into run, because sometimes if you click it twice it goes off. And now we'll watch engine number 2 spool up. Okay, so engine number 2 now is going to flick back to normal, and then we can go straight in for engine number 1. So there's a switch over, we'll go for engine number 1 now. Oh, see N2 increasing now. Now we can go outside and watch engine number 1 light up as well. Okay, so engine number 1 now has now come to life. So before taxi checklist, we can put the left and right packs can go to auto, which are set. Left and right generators are on, lights off, which are checked. APU selector can go off, which is confirmed. Left and right isolation valves are auto, lights off. Left centre and right isolation valves, which are auto, lights off, which are confirmed also. Engine bleed air on. Flaps can be set and confirmed, so we're going to be going for a flaps 5. flaps 5 set, parking brakes also set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Stabilizer trim is set for 5.75, which is confirmed. Flight controls are free and correct, which are also checked. Recall, go to the recall now. Okay, cargo heats, which we can set, which are both set. So do the recall again and get that all ready to go. So we're all set on that part. Low display unit can now go off. There we go. And we're all ready to go. So tugs are now going to get. Okay, so we're going to taxi up Bravo. We'll take a left onto the Bravo 4 Alpha, crossover, come back down Charlie, and then end up for 17 left. Ready for us to go. Leaving out is the 174. Okay, so we put on our taxi lights, which are checked. Seatbelts are on, and we can now taxi and get ready to cross over. So brakes released, and off we go. Okay, so we're going to taxi all the way down Bravo, take the second left for the Bravo 4 Alpha, then we'll come across onto Charlie, and then we'll come down to 17 left, which will be leaving out, oh not 17, so the 174. So put the bank to 25, come out on the 174, which is checked. Clearance will go straight up to the 330, okay, which is set. Now we'll just make sure that we don't drift off. So as we get ready to leave, we can put the auto brake to RTO. Everything's all set. So we're going to take this left, which is coming up. We're then going to move over. So as we say, they're active. Turn on the strobes as we go over. I'm going to flight directors on that. Chart checked. Meantime, you've got this throttle on. Now we get the strobes on there. We'll make this right and left hand turn. Cross over both sides and then take a left, and that'll take us all the way down. So we take a left here, then follow it all the way down Charlie, and then when we get to the end we can then get onto the runway and then take off. So there's 17 left. I'm going to take this left coming up now. So we'll power up to the end, won't waste no time. So we'll get the brakes on now. So, cabin crew, prepare for departure. So make this left-hand turn. Should be the hold. As soon as we line up, we'll straighten up, we'll get the strobes on. Okay, so there we are. All ready to go. So strobes are on, as we forgot them earlier. Put the runway turn-offs on now. So we get ready to line up. So before takeoff, we've got a parking brake, which will be set. Cabin lights as required. Flight instruments are checked. Engine instruments are checked. Also, takeoff data V1, rotate and V2. V2 coming out for the 183, which are set. So put the parking brakes on. Turn our landing lights now, as we are configured ready to rock and roll out of here. So, as we're all set, transponder we can now turn on, and we can also get on the terrain, which is already there for us. So, can release the brakes, go to 40%, and tow go. Airspeed live. Okay, 80 knots, throttle hold. As you see, the wind is a little rocky. Okay, V1. Rotate. Positive ring. Gear up. Okay. So we'll take her up to the flaps 1, which is set. We can turn LNAV on now as we go into that left hand turn, and we put flight level change on too. Passing flaps 5. 230 is max for the turn. There's our turn. And then we'll get ready to make that left turn onto the 084. As we're going to head up, ready to make it for lovely Istanbul. So there's 230. After takeoff checklist. Positive rate of climb, gear is up and confirmed. Auto brake is off and checked. Taxi lights, runway turn-offs off, and cabin lights. So, just see we've got a little bit of turbulence. Runway turn-offs are off, and the taxis can go off as well. Now get ready to loop into that left-hand turn. Holding for around 230 as we follow it. Holding in. Flaps can go up now. Go to 235. Okay, there's 10,000. Need to be around 8,000 feet anyway. We'll just level off. Still flying the aircraft manually, following on the flight director as we now get ready to go into that left-hand turn, which will then backtrack us up, as we can see, onto the 354. Okay, 354 set. Go into that left-hand turn now. So everything's all set, passing through 6,200 feet. So for 230. So we made the turn 240, so now we can put on the VNAV. The aircraft will just want to dip down a little more, as we have now non-tail flaps up. We'll go to 250. Passing 7,000 feet. Ready for the 354. And there's 250 ready for us to just leave off the coast. So, what I'm going to do now is, as we just lower our pitch, now put the autopilot on, and L11 VNAV is engaged. And that is it, guys, for our departure, passing through 8,400 feet. Our flaps can now go up as well. So that's it for the departure now, guys. We'll go to our takeoff cinematics and then we'll get ready to come down in for lovely Moscow for the 2-4 left arrival. So don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you when we get back for our top of descent, ready to come down into lovely 2-4 left. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck, as we are now descending through flight level 280 on our way down to Gazen on the 315 head. Currently now in our VNAV mode, we're going to fly the RNAV arrival down into Moscow. So as we come down from Lompi onto the 315, we're going down to Gazen for 270 on our speed. For flight level 220, we've already put in the flight level 100 on the MCP altitude. So we'll go down to there and follow the VNAV down. Once we get nearer to 10,000, then we can reset the altitude and get ready for our second top of descent. We're going to level off just before we get near to the end. So we can now go into our descent checklist as we get the aircraft ready and configured, ready to go. So for our descent, we've got anti-ice as required, which is auto and checked. We've got our landing altitude, which is set for 60 or 630, which is checked. Landing recoil is also checked. Radio altimeter for the barrows, we can get that in. We have got 680. We're going to put in the 800, 820, which is set currently, and we can set and cross confirm that over on full the arrival as we come in. So you can see we've got 821 for 200 foot decision, which is set. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down from a Lompi 270 between flight level 280 and 220. We're coming through 25 as we are now currently descending. You can see now on the VNAV, there's our flight path angle to our vertical bearing. It's 1.7, so we're on bang on for our descent. Passing now will be 270, so we should see the speed cut back once we pass through. Passenger signs are also on, which are checked. Auto brake, we're going to set for number 2, which is checked, as we now currently descend down. So as we get from Gazen, we've got there 270. So lobby at 270. So yeah, channel that speed down now. 270, which is set. So throttle back as we come down. So max 265 was going into the turn as we now follow down. So we've got a loppy, we're going to go all the way down to the Somac before we make that left hand turn. The Echo 114. 260 for flight level 200. We make that right hand turn. Well, then carry on going down all the way until we get to Brazil, where we then follow around 10,000 feet. Start our descent down for 210 knots at 8,000 onto the 134 to Tamlo, and once we get to Tamlo, we're going to go from 8,000 feet onto the 096 to 4,500, where we make that left hand turn 230, down for 210 on that left turn for the Echo 249. So, the speed brakes in just a little. So there's 150, aircraft's now going to level back. And next got 15 or 130. Muzzle is the 347, which is set. Then we'll then go to the 278 and then slow for 210 knots. So cabin crew, get ready for arrival. As you can see, Temlo's right here on data. You can see Temlo is right there for 8,000 feet, as we can see on our charts. 8,000 feet for Temlo at 210. Once we hit Temlo, 8,210, you can see we're going to 4,500 feet for the Echo 302, which is right here. Go down to 190 knots, and then we can come all the way back round. So everything's all in, and we are all set and configured, ready to come in. Hit Mazel for flight level 130 now. We are going to get the aircraft ready to slow down as we come into the lovely Moscow. First time we've come into Moscow, I think. Okay, so we're going to the 278 now. Okay, 278. We'll switch down to 8,000. And we're going to slow down now to 210. Going our speeds 210 to 278. Okay, 210 is set. As we slowly now slow the aircraft down. And we'll come down to 10,000 feet for the Echo 390. Speed brakes are armed. Going over to a flaps 1. As we slowly get down to par with the clouds, and then we can get in ready for the arrival. So currently 8 nautical miles away before we make our right hand turn, which is practically going to be an arc, just about. The final head will be the 029. Passing through 11,000 feet for 12. Flaps 1 is out and set, throttles will now come back in. Auto brake number 2 should be enough. Okay, so we're coming up for 10,000 feet now, where we're going to hold. final fix before the 029. It's going to be the 359. So there's 10,000 feet where we're going to hold now. There's 329 for our first right turn. Okay, on for our banking. We can now see that we can go to 25 degrees bank. There we go. 25 degrees is in now, as we can see, 25 degrees bank. So there's a 029. Once we get to the Echo 363, that's where we'll then start to make our descent down from 8,000 down to 4.5. So anti-ice is coming back now as the aircraft's just slowly holding. Okay, so we're then going to the 359. Once we pass 10,000, then we'll go into our approach checklist. So should be a really nice arrival. Got the 777 cargo. We are fully loaded and ready to come in. Got our nav and everything which is set. The nav is in for the ILS. So we are all ready to go. So there's our right turn onto the 359. There's Q&H, we can leave the Q&H just until we start to descend down. Make our final right onto the 029, which then takes us to 134 down to Temlo. So as we can see, there is some clouds in the vicinity today on our arrival down, which shouldn't make too much difference as we come in, as we are all set and configured for the arrival today. Coming down for 24 left. ATIS is already in, and we are set to come down. So from the 359 we'll go on to the 029 and then the 134, which will take us down to Temlo for 8,000 feet. From Temlo we'll then slow to 190, we'll go down to a flaps 5, just around, and then we can get the aircraft configured to set for the localizer onto the 110.5. So we can now put in the 029, okay, which is set. There's 8,000, and we can start to go down to 4,500 now. As the aircraft gets ready now to make its descent. So the last right turn, and then we'll go straight in for our lefts onto the 244. So put the 134 in, which is set. In for that right hand turn, and now we start our descent. So we'll switch over the QNHs now, 1012, landing lights can go on, which are set. Passing through 9,000 feet. And as we break through the clouds, we get a lovely look at the orthos as we come down. So for our approach checklist, we've got our altimeters which are set for 1012, which are cross-checked on either side. And we can see lovely orthos right there. Localizer frequency, which is 110.55, which is also confirmed for the 244, which is set in the nav, which is set and checked. After that, we've got the localizer course, which is just set as 244. The approach will be armed as we come in. We're just tracking inbound now to Temla. And then we'll have the approach gear down when the glide slope's alive. So we'll wait for that part of the checklist and everything will be set. So the 134 and go around, we'll miss approach altitude. We can have a look. It is going to be 4,000 and minimums 3. So we're going to be making our way all the way back up. We'll leave it for 3,000. We can go up to 4, which is fine. As we get a lovely look now at Moscow. Beautiful, beautiful orthos. 2,000 feet we're going to intercept. Now we're going to then come down to the 096. Absolutely fabulous orthos. We're using a new Reshade. If you want to go catch it on the forums, it's a CI Reshade XS, which is a more toned down Reshade than the original Reshade that we've been using for quite a while now. So once we hit Temla now, we're going to go down to 190. As the weather wasn't too bad, it wasn't the greatest for cloud coverage, but we are out of the clouds now and we are all ready for our arrival. So we're going to start to bring the flight control column over as we get ready for the arrival into lovely Moscow today. So we've got the rolls and everything which are set. What we're going to do now is we go down for 2,000 feet, which is set for us to intercept. Now we're going to take that left turn onto the 096, which is set, and we're going to slow down to 190. Okay, which is also set. Now drop her into flaps 5. Passing through 7,700 feet now. Continue to descend down to 4,400. Okay, so we get the ADF on now, as we can see. So 3, now which will come in as we are all set to come. So currently on the 096. From the 096 we're then going to make that 075003. So once we leave from our 096, I'm going to practically stick in the 075 and then we'll get ready and configured to go. So as we are still currently descending down, got 190 which is set, passing through 6003. I'm not going to open the speed brakes or anything like that, I'm just going to let the aircraft continue its descent down, as it will slow down eventually once we lift up on our descent angle. So as we just get ready to brake into the clouds, passing through 5009. Speed brakes are armed. Okay, and we've got the nav which is also set and confirmed. So 095, we're then going to go to the 075. We'll then come around. So it'll be a hot one. So cabin crew prepare for arrival. Passing through 5,000 feet now. Okay. We're going to the 075. She's set. She's a little bit of speed brake just to get us down. It was 4,500 feet. 075 as we come back down now. Through onto our flap speed. You can see now that the glide slope and everything is, and we're just continuing now to descend down. Let the aircraft get down to our 190. Okay, so speed brake can go on now. There's 4,000 feet. Let's just peer through the clouds. And we can now go to the 244. 244, which is set. Let's make that left-hand turn now. So we'll leave the 244, which is set. Speed brake which is armed, so we're going to our landing chalice. Once we come in with the glide slope, we can then get the aircraft already configured. So auto brake is set for number 2, speed brake is armed. As we have got the localizer and the glide slope over, we'll wait for the glide slope to disappear off, so then we can intercept with the localizer. Okay, 2500, get a call out, just a little higher. There we go. Yeah. So, I'm going to get ready to go onto the 244. Okay, there's that left turn. Can hit on for the localizer. .2,000 feet will hold. Okay, so there's a glide slope. Can now slow the aircraft down. Flaps 15, gear is down. As we're now currently descending on our descent path. So on our speeds for our revs we've got flaps 30 154. So for our landing checklist we have got 3000 set back in for our Mr. Pro altitude, which is checked. Our altimeter was 1012. We are established on the ILS. We've got auto brakes set number 2. Speed brakes are armed. So I'm now happy. We'll go down to our flaps 30 and we'll slow the aircraft down to our 154, which is set. So what we can do is can disengage the autopilot and the auto throttle, and I have control of the aircraft. Okay, so we'll just lift up a little. Okay, as we continue on the descent. $500 checked. Continue. Okay, speed brakes are on and reversers are active. Okay, forward pressure on the yoke. There we go. So, as we slowly now disarm the auto brakes, we can turn them off. As we get ready now to vacate off the runway and head over to the gate. So, there we are guys, down in Moscow. So, retract the flaps, and turn the speed brake off, we can get the APU, which is to start. Now we're going to turn off the taxiway. Here we are down in lovely Moscow. So we'll come off now to the taxi bay, we'll get the aircraft all configured, we'll turn off our strobes, get on our taxi lights and everything. So as we now start to slow the aircraft up, we can now go through our after landing checklist. So for our after landing checklist, transponder to standby, which is checked, flaps are retracted, which are checked, speed brake, which is retracted, which is set. Landing lights can now go off, which are set and checked. Strobe lights can go off, which are checked. Taxi lights as required, so we'll take the taxi lights on. APU selector can go to on, which is checked and confirmed. Auto brakes off, runway turn-offs off, APU gen start, check rolls and taxi lights off. Okay, so we are all set now, ready to go into the gate. So I'll leave you guys with the landing cinematics. Don't forget to like and subscribe guys. Thanks for watching tonight, and I'll see you when we get back ready to taxi to the gate. So I'll see you guys in just a sec.